All right, we're awake now. The game's been out for what, a month and some change. We're coming to this video with a clear head, and it's time to talk about the game, right? So I have a list. So the structure of this video is gonna be pretty straightforward. Most of the things I'm gonna say is gonna be verbally. So if you wanna listen to it while you're doing something, you just wanna chill, listen, and put me in the background, go right ahead. I have a list to my side over here, and I will be going down a couple points of what are the main problems the game has at the current moment. I know I'm a little late to this, but unfortunately, like what I say doesn't really matter to majority of the community or people. So, but hopefully this video gets put in the batch of people who've made videos like this, so the devs, Sonic team, whoever making this game will hopefully see the continuous batch of videos like this, right? And criticism, blah 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 blah, asking for changes, pretty much. Also, we will be taking a look at my community tab. So I did release a post. Saying what are my community's thoughts, concerns, and feedback about CrossWorlds, for a chance to be in the video, which is definitely gonna happen. And also to adjust what the game's doing correctly, even though I barely said, I don't know, but also just what the game's doing correctly and stuff like that. So if you want to participate in community related stuff in the future, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so we can do more community stuff like that. So but again, structure of this video, I'm gonna talk. I have a list to my side. I could bring up a thing, but then I can just visually show it on the screen. Again, I also have the game pulled up if I really do need it, like to show something from the game. But nonetheless, again, verbally, and let's get into my first point, right? So if you've been on my channel for more than 5 minutes, you would know that I hate the idea of the current rank system. So let me talk about ranked as a whole. So my first point is ranked. There's a lot of points to go on ranked. First off, my biggest complaint is rank doesn't reset. Rank doesn't reset. If you go on the leaderboards right now, and maybe in a month from now too, until they fix this, you will see the entire leaderboard has 9999. And the problem with that isn't that there's a cap. The problem is that everyone will have legend rank, meaning everyone will lose. Well, no, meaning legend rank will lose its value. Am I wrong? Legend rank will continue to lose its value. Sure, it never had a value in the first place, but like, you know, seeing that number seeing that logo symbol in general, like, made you feel proud of yourself, I guess. Like you achieved a good rank, which also ties into my another point. Ranked needs to be more strict. It really does. It shouldn't be so easy for everyone to get legend rank, because what's so legend about it? There's nothing legend about it, right? Like, and because like you can get like 4th place, like, sure, obviously I shouldn't be getting 1st or 2nd every game to achieve legend rank, but like still, well, maybe you could, because like there should be a difference in how strict, like, from going to A to legend rank is, in my personal opinion, because that is what shows legend rank. Like, I don't know, like, in my opinion, it's just legend rank is too easy to get, and then eventually it just loses value. Then like, what's the point of ranked anymore? There's nothing to achieve. There's no point of ranked. There's no incentive to hop on ranked and play that mode, besides like obviously playing online. There's no point. So the way they could fix this is have rank reset, because there's no point of going on rank. Meaning, once you do all the offline stuff, then you just go online. But then what, right? You get legend rank, then what? Who cares if you get? There's no top 100 anymore. Top 100 doesn't exist because why, guys? Why do you think I didn't push for rank this time? Because there's no incentive to. There's a cap. So like, there's a cap. Rank doesn't reset. There's no. You understand my point? It's like being in legend rank is the default at this point. You should be legend rank by default. Otherwise, I don't know. But right now, that's all I have about to say about ranked. There's also no modes besides ranked, which also is a problem. But sure. No. You have. So okay, I don't want to make this seem like a totally negative video, but in reality, CrossWorlds is digging its own grave. So very slowly. It really is. And I genuinely think DLC will not fix the game. I'm genuinely 1000% serious. This is a common mistake a lot of video games make, is where they'll keep releasing new stuff, but they'll never actually fix the game itself. The game is still broken. I don't know what's the better word for that. Like, the game needs help, not more characters. The game needs fixing, needs stuff, updates, not just characters. Characters won't fix the game. Same with tracks. Tracks won't fix the game either, because okay, so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that later. But the Bikini Bottom map is worse than is worse than the Minecraft map. I'll get to that later. That's a future point. But again, the way you help this game is not more DLC. That's just adding. That's just putting bandages on a volcano. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna help anything. Like, you're not helping anybody by doing that. You're just making it worse. Like, it's like adding coal to an already burning fire. Like, I don't understand. So you adding SpongeBob is cool. Pac-Man, Steve, Mega Man, that's cool. That's cool. But then when the game still sucks, or like, not sucks, but is in a bad state, and there's no replayability, people are just gonna get on to try SpongeBob for 5 matches and get off. Is that what you want? Is that what you truly want? No, really. Is that what you truly want? No, you don't. So again, since most of these updates or characters come out monthly, you then add rank resets. You can also add the separate mode with rank. So we're getting into that. We're getting into that second. The next point. My next point is about other rank modes. Monthly updates where rank does reset. So there is an incentive to grind, and then for some reason they didn't put the leaked mode of the legend rank mode only, something like that. The legend combat, I don't know what it's called, but it's like some leaked mode where you legend rank own, like, I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's another mode. You can also add see what I'm talking about? Like, you can also add another mode kind of similar to, okay, it's gonna get really controversial, but Knockout Tour from Mario Kart World. But instead of your whole brand is called Crossing the World. Look, get ready for races that transcend dimensions. Sonic has traveled to all kinds of worlds. Okay, cool. Travel rings bring it to multiverses. Okay, cool. Make that a game mode. 5 laps. 5 laps of CrossWorlds. And then guess what? With the free characters, you can add a new CrossWorld. to add to that mode, or you can make a new track entirely. Oops. So like a knockout, like CrossWorlds tour, cross-worlding tour, like something like that. Dimension tour was like a whole separate like online mode where if someone doesn't meet the first criteria, which is let's say 12th and 11th, then those two players get eliminated. It's like obviously like how knockout tour does in Mario Kart World. That is a perfect. You have the tools. You have the tools in your disposal. You can also add casual, like not ranked. Like, come on. But that's another mode they could add. Again, lack of modes is lack of online modes, especially. Like, does anyone even play? That's another part. That's not what I'm gonna do. So, ranked is a mess currently, and they need help. Like, otherwise, no one's gonna play the game anymore. Once everyone does the offline stuff, if they even do it, if they even do the offline stuff, they. Bro. I want to talk about my next point, and everyone's gonna know this. So I already talked about ranked. Ranked is a mess. Ranked needs help and new modes. Now we talk about festivals, which the new modes do come into play. There's a lot of stuff about festival and race park too. Festivals being mandatory. Now listen, you can compare it to, if you guys know what Splatoon is. Splatoon does like these Splatfest every like so often, every like what, 3 months, something like that. I don't actually know, but nonetheless, they still have the team modes. I mean, because the games are a team game as is. However, there are still the mode. They don't introduce new modes, as from what I'm aware of. They still have the same turf war. They still have the same splat zones, because they tie in to like the game already. Like you're still playing the game, but not like actually. You're just playing a different rank system because you're trying to do good for your team. So like you're not playing ranked, but you're still playing the same mode as if you were playing like a regular match. However, for festival, let me tell you this. For festival, you are deliberately forced to play different modes. Sure, what's wrong with that, right? You can still win if you get top placement, if your team gets top placement. Sure, but then you bring in the cheese. You bring in the festival cheese, right? And then it just becomes boring. Like that's like the definitive way to win. If your teammates do not do good, getting like first, second, third, fourth, which is a guaranteed win, you have to come down to the last 10 points. And whoever was doing objective on those last 10 points is that determines if you win or lose. So me saying that's cheese. Okay, let's go down the list. What modes have cheese? No, I can name them because I've done them all. There's tap boost, cheese. Bagging, cheese. Ring boost, cheese. Obviously, if you know the smart steering thingy-me-bob, you know, cheese. That's what 2 modes have cheese. Air trick, kind of doesn't have cheese. Kind of doesn't. So like I can kind of style. I mean, you could just equip gadgets, right? Gadgets for most air tricks. I guess air tricks doesn't have really that much cheese quite yet. So I guess air trick could slide. What's next? Dash rings and dash pads, cheese. What else? Oh, spin drift, cheese. Bag, just stay in the back and start spin drifting forever, and then bag your way to the front. Like, what else is there? I think that's it. And this shootout. Shootout is my favorite mode. because like it actually feels like a brand new mode for me, and like it feels like I'm playing a festival. Like it doesn't feel like I'm playing ranked, but like it feels like I'm having fun. Like it's not it's supposed to be a casual mode. Like that's what feels fun. That's a fun mode to me. And there's no real cheese in it. You can't cheese hitting people, right? Like you can't. You just get the item and hit someone with it. Like that's not cheese. Sure, you can get gadgets. Sure, you can get gadgets to increase the chances of getting good items, like a slime or King Boom Boo, like stuff like that. However, it's shootout. Like you hit people, that's normal. Like I don't know, that's normal. But like pretty much almost every mode has cheese, and that's what just makes it boring. Like there's no point of doing the mode. You can just do the cheese. So, and then what? Festivals are what? Twice a month. Festivals are mandatory. Festivals are twice a month. You can't play ranked, so you're just forced to play the cheesy. You're forced to play cheesy modes. Sure, the battle pass thing is okay. Like obviously you get rewards for playing that festival. Sure, it's a reason to play the festival, I guess. And some people just don't care. Some people quit because of festivals. You know that? Like I heard some people, they come home from work, like they have the weekend off, and then boom, a festival's right in front of their face, like when they wanted to play ranked. So that obviously hurts more people than it helps. And same with the character kits, but that's a story for another video. And while we while we transition to festival into race park, the fact that the new festival modes aren't even in race park, which if you didn't know, we are missing at least 10 features from race park, from like customizable settings. Let me just bring up one. Like look at this. Do you guys remember this? Oh yeah, if you're listening to it, I can just say it out loud. We're missing the turn. So in race park, no, not race park, but in customizable settings, let's say a private lobby. Yeah, that's a better word. A customizable lobby, like online or offline. We are missing the turn off CrossWorld button. You cannot turn off CrossWorlds in this game. We were quote unquote promised that way before the game came out, and still we don't have it. And that exactly is where updates come into play. We need updates for the game itself. We do not need DLC. I'm telling you, DLC is killing the game. DLC alone is killing the game. What Izuka talks about? What year 2, year 3 DLC? Little does he know that won't fix the game. Does he know that? Does he know? Does he know that? Because again, you are digging your own grave. You're not fixing the main problem, which is brother. I'm not saying like it's good that we have the option that we do have. Like it's obviously better than nothing, right? Like at least we have them, period. But then we were missing these key features that should already be in the game, and that was said to be in the game that we don't have. Let me just name a few features. Well, first of all, we're missing one of the frenzy. We're missing the item frenzy in ranked matches, because that's not a frenzy we don't get in ranked. Like the frenzy where you go in the crossroad and then like there's like a zillion items on the track, and there's some items that are going up and down, like with wings on them. If you guys know that, we're missing that in ranked. That's only in shootout. Only in shootout you will get that frenzy. But let me talk about the current features we're missing in customizable settings. So obviously, there's the most obvious one, being supersonic speed online. You cannot play supersonic speed online. Now, in what universe Does that make sense? I can play Sonic speed online. I can play high speed online. I can play normal speed online, but I can't play supersonic speed. Can you play mirror? Can you even play mirror online? I can boot up the game and check, but I can just check right now. I can just boot up the game and check, but if you can't play mirror online, that's even, bro, what? You can't even play all the modes online. You can't even play all the speeds online. So there's that. There's also obviously turning off the CrossWorlds, like I just mentioned. There's also the CPU number count. You cannot customize how many CPUs are in one game at a time. You also can't do like in online specifically. Well, actually both offline and offline. Oh, most are online. You cannot do consecutive races. You are always forced to go back to the main lobby screen. You cannot like, oh, go in one match, immediately go to the next. One match, immediately go to the next. Nope, you have to always go back to the menu screen or like the lobby screen. It's a pain in the neck, but there's also what? You cannot disable items. Sure, you can kind of get away with it by enabling shield only, like shield only, because like shield obviously isn't an attack item, and like it's not, you can't go off-road with it, although it does make you faster and gives you invincibility. That's like the one downside, I guess, but other than that, it basically acts as no items basically. So like you have the turn off button. Oh boy, you have the turn off button there, and you still can't turn off all the items. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense to anybody? There's also what's on my list? Oh yeah, guarantee item pulls. So one of, if not the only guarantee item you cannot pull 100% of the time is King Boom Boo. It's like the only one I tested. So let's say you pull King Boom Boo, like let's say you only have King Boom Boo on. You get King Boom Boo once, you are not getting a second time. You will default back to a boost whiffs. And that's, I mean, it's a slight issue. It's not like a big issue. It's like a nitpick. But that really hurts like testing, because then you have to wait for King Boom Boo again, then you have to wait again, then you have to wait again, then you have to wait again. Like what if you want to test something with King Boom Boo and you just can't, because like you have to wait a zillion years to get one. Like that's another thing we're missing. What else? Guaranteed crossroads. I mean, you can still do a guaranteed crossroad. There's also, you also can't, so I can post it right here. It's like in this little clip right here. You cannot pick a crossroad. So like, so you know how there's only one crossroad and then there's random. I'm telling you, in multiple scenarios of which they've shown like videos of marketing of the game, you can see there's only being two choices of crossroads. There's only two choices. See, like right there. There's Kraken Bay and there was Dinosaur Jungle. There's no in between. There's no random. So you also can't like deliberately pick random or random. You can't. It's like we're missing a lot of people. You can't turn off crossroads. You can't have two crossroads only. You can't have random. Like only like random shows up on the screen. So like again, missing a lot of more features. And then another feature we're missing. Or I think I said it. The new festival modes in Race Park. That's another thing we don't have. Again, I'm not trying to bash the game. I'm trying to point out what we're lacking in terms of like how can we make this game more alive. Okay, alive. Yeah, that's the best word to say. That's the best word, because DLC this, DLC that won't help. Sure, it's cool, don't get me wrong. Actually, let me talk about that next one. Let me talk about the next point. Tracks, right? So I think I mentioned what I need to mention. I mentioned ranked so far. I mentioned the missing features. Mentioned festival. I'll do tracks next. I'll do tracks next. Tracks. It's nothing that could you say we're lacking tracks? Because listen, the way the game is programmed, or no, not programmed, but designed, is it's supposed. So they mentioned this a zillion times. The game is supposed to feel arcadey. So you know how in an arcade, where you play, and then it ends super quickly, like it ends faster than you can realize. The way this game is programmed, or like designed, I keep saying programmed, is you end a race, and because the race was so short, you want to hop back into another one. It's like a dopamine effect. It's like they want to make you hop back on another one, hop back on another one, hop back on another one to keep playing. It's like, you know, it's fast paced, so they want you to keep playing it. Plus with the short races, they want you to keep playing it. You know, the adrenaline, the music, they want you to keep playing it. Right? Fine. I can understand that. But when again, like I've been saying this entire video, when your game is unplayable, which we'll get into the network issues, then how can we enjoy your arcade game? How can we enjoy your arcade game? Again, I'm not saying being an arcade game is a bad thing, because clearly they made it work. There are countless of people in this community who have gotten no sleep because of this game. They lost sleep because of this game, which is a good sign. Well, for them. I don't know about. I mean, for the developers, right? They want you to keep playing the game. Again, when you are lacking things, I'm gonna keep bringing it up over and over again, because this is my point. The whole video is me. My whole point of this video is update the game. DLC will not fix the game. DLC is making the game dig its own grave. At least the developers are. And it's not that it's okay. So look, it's not that they're not listening to feedback, because they clearly are. They updated for the Joker Festival, they updated the festival points increase. So obviously, to feel like you're not like playing the festival for as long, and to complete the battle pass faster. Fine, right? I guess, sure. So like, if the mode was fun in the first place, like, then you wouldn't need to resort to people completing the battle pass faster. And obviously the Don Pot ticket also got increased, which I know people are very excited about. Me personally, I don't know, but again, like, I forgot my point, but on to my next point. Well, 2 points actually. Let me quickly say this one. How are you gonna tell me in offline games? So people complain about the item system, and we'll probably get into that later. Actually, should we get into that later? Let's get into that later. Let's get into network issues, because I know people. That's a big problem. So okay, obviously every game with like this type of netcode, what's it, like rollback? I think it's rollback. It's definitely rollback, because it's impossible without rollback. So this game runs off like rollback / your own netcodes, like your own internet. I think it's rollback. It's definitely rollback. So it causes. This is the game where I've. Desync is always gonna be a thing. Desync is 1000% gonna be a thing, but it's never been this bad in a game like this before. I've never seen desync this bad in a game before. Sure, Mario Kart World has it. Like, I've seen Mario Kart World definitely has it. Like, I've already seen it before. However, in this game, it is way, way, way worse. Because desync allows you to, like, it just confuses you from making a play that you actually thought you made, like, a reality or not. So let's say I'm Sonic, let's say, and then I'm first, and no. Let's say I'm second place, and I strategize to hit Tails in first place, or Knuckles. Let's say Knuckles in first place. It says I hit him, but I never actually did on his screen, which completely ruins my thing up, because now I have to, like, completely forget about hitting him, and I just have to drive better than he does, or slipstreaming, because slipstreaming in this game is busted. Like, what were they thinking? Like, sure, slipstreaming is always gonna be a thing. I get, right? Like, slipstreaming is always gonna be a thing in racing games, like in kart racers, I guess so, right? But then I think the range of it is too long. The range of it is way too much. The range is too much. Like the base kit, not the gadget one. But desync is a huge problem. Plus the network issues, getting disconnected mid game from who knows what, and then getting disconnected, and then plus you get a penalty for it when it wasn't even your fault. It's the game's fault, right? Plus there's a big issue. Another big issue, like aside from the penalty thing, is you can't even join. Like, sometimes you'll join like a lobby, like a private lobby, and because the network sucks, like the network issues are like terrible, you can't even join that. Like, it takes you a million years to join that lobby, and even so, like, you might get kicked mid game. Like, there's been several instances where you're joining a private lobby for a tournament, and then you just get kicked because the network issue sucks, and then, like, it messes up the points, messes up everything, messes up the event, messes up you, the organizer, messes up everything. So, okay, the network issues are a huge, big problem. So, I mean, there's been multiple instances, like right here, like they keep tweeting about, online mode maintenance, never issue network, like, because I know Izuka did say, someone said it at Sega, they was like, the biggest hurdle for this game was crossplay, because obviously, what Sonic game was crossplay besides, like, the new ones, right? Plus, with, like, Sonic hasn't been mainstream online since who knows, bro. Like, obviously we have the mobile games, stuff like that, but those aren't really cross play, I guess. Like, so maybe they're adapting to this new crossplay thing, and it's configuring with these network issues, which who knows. That has to get, I mean, they said they're improving it. They did say they were improving it somewhere. Was it not this? Yeah, it was right here. Wait. Right here. Plus, we are actively working on matchmaking improvements, starting with the upcoming Joker Festival. So, matchmaking improvements. Hopefully that is true. We don't know. So they at least they're communicating somewhat, I guess, right? This is the start of a new communicative era with them. Aside from DLC is like, who cares, right? Like, if your game sucks, who cares? Like, people are gonna get on for like 5 matches and get off. The game sucks. Like, the game's gonna suck, or no, the game's not fixed. That's better. Like, I'm not saying, like, listen, I still have fun with the game. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still have fun with this game. I'm just saying, I just want the game to be. I want the game to succeed. I want the game to be the best it could be. Like, that's what the criticism is for. I'm highlighting the key points of what we are missing and what could be fixed upon. Everything else is perfectly fine. Like customization is fine. Characters are fine. Courses, I guess fine, right? Like it's an arcade game, so they're gonna be short. Stats, fine, like sure, right? Items, could be better. Music, majority fine. So like, it's not like it doesn't like the game's bad. It just needs to get itself out of the pit. That's a better thing to say, I guess. So let me obviously move on to my next point, which is my list is pretty much wrapping up. Actually, my list is pretty much wrapping up. I could talk about, I said no ranked mode, like no modes besides ranked. Item respawns are first, like, dude, why is the item respawn 3 seconds offline but 0.7 seconds online? Does that make any sense? I have two more nitpicks to say about the state of the game. One is the jukebox. Jukebox is kind of lackluster. Sure, it's cool that it's there, but you can't individually pick what things you want and what you can't. So this is whatever. There's also, okay, so this is a personal nitpick, but camera mode not being in the game. Like how you gonna let what AAA game comes out nowadays and doesn't have a camera mode? Like that's like nowadays it's like a mandatory feature, is it not? I mean, Shadow Gen doesn't have one, but still, Frontiers has one. Mario World has one, so surely you can have one too, right? Plus, like how, like, I don't know, camera mode. I need that personally. I need it personally. So we will now go into the community tab, where I did obviously say to let my community know what their concerns, feedback, and problems about CrossWorlds, and we will discuss it in a video. So let's start with the first one. This one has 5 likes, so this people definitely agree with this one a lot. Sega not willing to pay for DLC voices, but has tons of products placements in the car stickers in my $70 game. So DLC voices is a big problem. They have time, I guess resources, right, to get so many sponsors or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call it, but you know, outside whatever, you get like the Puma sticker in the game. You got like all these collabs and stickers in the game, blah 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 blah. But then there's no DLC voices. So you're telling me you can get SpongeBob in the video game, but not having voice act? Now I'm sure. Listen, right? I'm sure they would love to have them voice act, and I'm pretty sure you heard this a zillion times, but it might be like some licensing issue, something we don't know about. I personally don't know. I don't work for them. I don't know. So it does suck, and it's weird that we have stickers of like collabs in the game, like the sponsors, whatever in the game, but not voices in a $70 game too, with like a $20 DLC, $20-$30, like whatever. So yeah, it does suck. That is a problem that has to get fixed. Hopefully in the future, maybe it might be a problem. The netcode, obviously, is the first racing game to make me actively think about. Wait, to make me actively think about and take into account horrible desync when playing. Now, yeah, I did talk about the netcode. The netcode is garbage. The desyncs are worse than Mario World in my opinion. Well, like Mario World, they're like less noticeable, but in this game they're like 10 times more noticeable. Like that's how bad it is. So yeah, the netcode needs help. It's a big problem, in my opinion. Like we all know we know how big a problem it is. Friendship to level up, use tickets, the Donpa tickets, instead of doing missions on that character. Tickets are way too grindy in friendships, and missions would mostly solve that and makes you play with more sets like gadgets and class rather than just going insane trying to grind tickets. So I'm pretty sure what he's talking about is like obviously how grindy tickets are, like Donpa tickets are. And I definitely agree. Well, me personally, I don't even spend the tickets. So me personally, I don't care. But for majority of the community, it's a big problem. And obviously, they're like right here, they're definitely trying to fix that. Obviously, they definitely hear people's complaints, so that's a good thing, right? And the fact that he's a good point. Instead of making them grindy and how it would be better to have like missions for that character. Oh, use Sonic in like what Ocean View or Sonic on E Stadium and use this blank, right, to get blank reward or to get blank tickets or how many tickets, right? Like a mission for that ticket, like something like that. Then like it wouldn't be so bad to like mindlessly grind tickets forever. Because like obviously, if you've seen the prices on those friendship tabs for every single character. How many characters in the game? Let's see what characters in the game. I don't feel like counting in my head. Where is it at? Oops. There are 23 iconic Sonic characters in the game. That means 23 expensive tickets, expensive like thingies. I don't even know what they're called, like like tab. Yeah, 23 expensive tabs to go through for how bad the ticket system is. Like it's not even that it's a good grind. It's just very tedious, right? It's not even like a grind to like be excited for. So I definitely understand what he's saying. Light Trails on Extreme Gear and Super Sonic Speed Online. Light Trails on Extreme Gear. I mean, he's right. So like, get that more Sonic Riders feeling, right? Because obviously, like light trails are like what, a necessity on the Extreme Gear, and obviously that's not in the game. They replaced that with that little air thing on the bottom, which I feel like the only reason that's there is to like know like where you are on the ground, like where the ground is compared to like where your board is, because obviously the board is floating. So that's like the only reason why it's there. Is like, so obviously if they would add light trails as well, they would, people be like slightly, more happy, I guess. I know. Okay, Rising Sonic, I know yours is a gigantic paragraph, so we will get to that last. Okay. No DLC voices for starters. Yep, see, another problem. The ticket grind is a lot, and tying achievements to it makes it less fun. And lastly, I feel festivals could last one less day, especially since they increased all the placement points total. That is true. So how long does festival last? Like what, 4 days? I don't actually know. I think it's 4 days. Like from like Thursday, like 8 p.m. EST to like Sunday or Monday, something like that. Something stupid like that. it's like a long, like 4 or 5 days. Like it's like ridiculous. Like it can be like at least 2 or like three. It should be 3. Honestly, they try because it's a limited time mode. I understand why they do that, but then when you do it twice a month, and for how bad the modes already are and how cheesable they are, that's the problem with the whole modes. I already talked about that, but yeah, I definitely understand that. The ticket, the DLC voices, everyone agrees on that. The ticket grind and tying achievements to it makes it less fun. Now, but what they mean by achievements is the Chow tab. Like if you go to the extras menu and like there's like this Chow type achievement thingy, that's how you usually get more tickets. Like if you want tickets, like that's also a way to get them. Besides like doing normal races. And obviously there's race park, but eventually that runs out. So yeah. So the ticket, a lot of people complain about the ticket. Again, like they are listening. They are listening. Like, however, this should be worldwide. It shouldn't be just festival only, right? Because no one wants to play festival with how bad it is. Okay, next, cons. Alright, we'll get to next. We'll get to that next. Way too expensive. For my $70, they could have at least given voices to their own character. That is true. Their own characters, like Werehog, right? Sega characters, like Ichiban. Like it's a Sega character. Sega character, right? Sure, like SpongeBob. I can kind of understand, right? I guess. But then how they have, like, you know, in Smash Bros, they have voice lines for those characters. They have voice lines for what, Steve? Oh no, what? What did I just say? They have voice lines for Joker. Like, they have voice lines for Joker in that game. Why can't they have voice lines for Joker in this game, right? It's their own character. It's their own character. Like that's yeah. I definitely agree with that one. Yeah, for $7 too. I like the CrossWorlds system. It makes it almost. Oh, it makes almost every game feel different. Voice acting is pretty good, but it's a shame that characters from DLC do not speak. I mean, we paid for them. That's true. You paid like what, $20, $30 for DLC don't speak, and like barely make a difference on the track. So like again, I'm telling you, if they added a CrossWorld for at least a CrossWorld for each like free DLC character, and obviously with voices, obviously, but like, that would be more better as a DLC package. Online's a bit disappointing. There's no GP mode through matchmaking, like I said before. Like there's no consecutive races mode. There's no GP mode through matchmaking, and grinding the ladder just means playing a lot, not being good. Yeah, like I said, like the rank system is very needs help. Needs help, bro. It needs help. So like maybe a more strict rank system, and obviously decrease the item spawn rate to like how it is offline. So they can try it, and if it doesn't work well, just revert it back, right? Just, you have the tools, use them, right? So yeah, a lot of people are saying, oh whoops, the DLC characters don't speak. Like a lot of people have like criticism stuff like that. Like again, I'm pretty sure they're trying, but they just can't for some reason. I don't know why. The power of bagging is a huge problem. That the one that knows me the most currently is bagging. So bagging, right? For how strong the normal items are in this game, and then how strong the bagging items are in this game, it's like they're telling you. Plus with the gadget system, the gadgets encouraging bagging too, is what? There's inventory swap. There's inventory plus. There's item hoarder kit. There's boost chance up. Boost item chance up. There's wisp chance up for more drills and lasers. Like, the list goes on and on, right? And for how good drill is, for how good laser could be if you get lucky, for how good inventory swap is, like, yeah, it's a big problem because, like, obviously everyone is gonna be hitting each other in the front, obviously. So when everyone's hitting each other in the front, and for how many shortcuts, bro, for how many shortcuts there are towards the end of the track, that's what matters the most. Like, obviously the last like 15 seconds of the track matter the most. So this is definitely a major issue in the game. And again, decrease the item spawns so you can hopefully reduce the gap between first and last place, like last place trying to bag rather than trying to catch up. So plus the items are distance based. The items are distance based, which distance based items aren't terrible. It's better than placement based, kinda. To an extent. It should be both, but well, that's a whole nother story for another day. That's a different story for another day. And now I'll get into these messages. Okay, I'll start with Rising Sonic first. Let's start with positives. Let's start with positives. All right, let me quickly skim this. The rival mechanic brings back some personalities. Yep, that's true. The rival mechanic is very good. I like it. If it was somehow converted to online, that would make it even better. Because how much are you actually playing offline? Like, you're gonna forget about, like, eventually you're gonna forget about this exists. Eventually. So, like, if you have it online somehow, then it'd be even better. Time shots a ranking system. Oh, yeah, time shots is very, very good. I like that a lot. Yeah, S ranks are really hard to get to if you're skilled enough. It brings back the old feeling of previous Sonic games. Yep, it's true. Getting the best ranks, stage, getting the best route. Yep, it's true. And best guy in this case to reach an S rank. Yep, just like in normal Sonic games, which you get an S rank in a normal Sonic game, which is really good that they have that in time trials. The gadget system. Okay, mixing it gives everyone a sense of freedom. Yep, gets really good. Besides a few mid ones, I think the track design, both the main track and the CrossWorlds, is very good. Don't like they overstay their welcome. Beautiful visually, but a ton of them are cool shortcuts to take. I think those are condensed. Make the races tense and competitive. Okay. Yeah, most of the track design are really good. Most of, like, visually, and some are in terms of track design. The items RPS approach. I know the items are very strong. Like polarizing, but the more I thought about it, the more I think. I don't understand what he's talking about. You say a lot of items are pretty good. The way the items are set up, I guess, to an extent. I guess, sure. Oh, I didn't see this part. Those items are like beat warp. Oh, like, some items counter each other. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now I get it. That's true. Attack items beat boost items. True. Defense beats warp rings. Yeah. Defense beats attack items, obviously. Hazards stop attack items. Well, half true. Well, to an extent. Ultimate items. Which makes sense. I said boots shell. Yeah. you're playing your cards right and you have the tools, you can combat strong items in the game. Being very skilled. Driver. So divide the strength of the items. They found a way to have a lot of defensive options against these items. Way better than the item system in the Sumo Digital Trilogy. Especially when they have one of the big issues. Having weak first place targeting items. I guess that's true because in every Sumo Digital, like the racing games, they didn't really have like a first place hitting item, which okay, personally I liked because you want to front run, right? I guess, but then I guess that deters from like beginner players who don't know how to do that as much. So like they can't really catch up. So like if the pro players are far ahead, they have like no chance of catching up in those type of games, which I understand. Like this game is more for everybody, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Music good. Don't need to go on that. Crossovers good. Yeah, I just said. Yep. The game's made for everybody. The fact that we know. Yeah, the fact that most of the like we got the future of the game pretty early in terms of DLC, not in terms of updates. But nonetheless, that's still pretty good. Like we know that there's a future for the game, so like it's really good that we know stuff like that. We have a reason to play the game, unless they keep killing it, which we don't want that to happen. I know the car customization, just to give it a little bit more freedom with the decals. Yeah, because you can't stack. Make a lot of cool cars. Okay, pretty good. Now let's look at his pop negatives. Let me close this. Okay, downpour tickets. Yeah, grindy downpour tickets. We saw. No way to make a custom mode game. Yep, just exactly like I talked about. Like we're missing a lot of customizable features in CrossWorlds. No, in the race park and the online lobbies. No supersonic and sprint lobbies. Trust we all know jukebox is too limited. We know. Yep, I said that. I had item nerfs. I just want one item to be nerfed, the green boxing glove. I don't like the fact that it locks on. So, yeah, I think I agree because it forces you to waste an item. That's the one problem. And sometimes it doesn't even give you a notification. That's something I forgot to mention that. Sometimes the green rocket punch doesn't even give you a notification. So like that's even worse. Like it doesn't even give you a notification that it's coming. We both. Yeah, red missile, the red rocket punch, and the slicer. Yep, that's true. That's true, but like, man, that's what. It's better than the red missile. The only reason it's better than red missile or red rocket punch is because sometimes you don't get a notification for it, which is a bug. Which needs to be fixed. That's my complaint. We need more unique skins. Suck that sage. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we definitely need more skins. I was like, what? Like, do you think I want to play? Do you think I want to play as an AI racer? Not really. Not really. In my personal opinion. No DLC voices. Yeah, we know that. 3 online fixes. The world match lobby. Choosing a random host. The world match lobby chooses a random host, and whoever that host is decides to rage quit during the race. The entire race shuts down. I don't like that. Still being matched up with people I blocked in world matches. I don't know what that is. Trying to leave the lobby before. Wait. Trying to leave the lobby before be forced into one doesn't work all the time. And once I'm stuck to be able to choose a course, the only way I can leave before the race actually starts is by quitting the game. Also, we also need a real random option and not just random choosing the 3. That is true, yeah. That's definitely true. But I didn't actually know you can get matched with people you blocked. I didn't actually know that. because I don't have anyone blocked. I didn't actually know that, and I didn't actually know this either. Like, gives you a random host. Bro, that's so dumb. Again, a lot of network ranked is just a mess. Just a mess. I think the lack of variety in festivals get very boring and fast. Yeah, I already talked about festivals and stuff like that. They're gonna lock world matches. World ranked should not be locked. They actually did address the issue of festivals initially being kind of not reliable for ticket grinding. This latest patch by increasing the point. Yeah. So let's pause. Yep. Okay. Talk about that. Rank reset. I don't need to talk about that. I talked about it a zillion times. I'm currently doing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Pretty much a lot of what I already said, but again, a lot of new points which really are problematic. Like obviously the I didn't even know you can get matched up with people you blocked. I didn't even know that. Didn't even know that. Right, let's go to the last one being, I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm just gonna say Jin. Cons. Need to bring new modes to be unlock tickets much faster. Again, like that CrossWorlds tour I was mentioning. The CrossWorlds tour I mentioned during the beginning of the video. I mentioned, you know what I said. Much faster than just playing race park over and over and over again. Lower the ticket cost for friendships. That is true. Add voices to the Sega DLC characters. I sent SpongeBob, Ninja Turtles, and Avatar. I have voices because, you know, speaking of Avatar, right? Yeah, that's a different video. Voices not because of the restrictions, but not the range of the Sega characters, especially the fact that they own those characters, but hopefully they will add voices to them in the future. The sound effects are cool and not an alternative. But complete silent, for example, they to Joker perfectly with the sound effects. How they took a lot of things from Persona 5 put together, but not the character, first character. But still, would like to be voiced in the near future. Yep, definitely voiced. I hate Werehog sound effects. Well, they're okay. They're just too loud. They're just way too loud. Like how you gonna balance the voices good, but not the sound effects good? Like that doesn't make any sense. Need to bring in more Sonic tracks from other games. I like some of the tracks they brought from the game, like Skill Rings and Generations. But some of the best Sonic songs that were from other racing games are not present in this game, like Super Sonic Racing and Can You Feel the Sunshine? No Super Sonic Speed Online. Items like Truck need to get nerfed. How can you nerf Monster Truck? That's like saying nerf Mega Mushroom. Like how do you nerf that? I mean, you could decrease. You could nerf it in terms of like getting hit. That's true. You can like it's already nerfed as is. It's because in a Mega Mushroom. Listen, a Mega Mushroom lasts a set time period. Monster Truck depends on where you are in the race. So like if you're first place using a Monster Truck, it'll last like 2 seconds. If you're last place using a Monster Truck, it'll last like 8 seconds, right? I don't actually know the number. Let's just say. So you can nerf getting hit by the Monster Truck. You can actually nerf the Monster Truck itself. Boost feels useless. Sometimes, especially when I use 3 boosts. Oh, that's another problem I forgot to mention. Boost stacking in this game sucks. I'm glad I read this. I'm glad I read this because okay, let me keep reading. When I used 3 boosts and somehow still couldn't pass somebody who's ahead of me. Oh, that's it. Boost feels useless sometimes, especially when I use 3 boosts and somehow still couldn't pass when someone. Yeah, it's because the way speed works in this game is you're eventually gonna hit a cap. Eventually, and like that cap is like let's say the cap is 260 in online. Someone can be hitting 230 and you still won't pass them. 220 because obviously there's the dash pads at the end of the race. So like someone could be hitting 230s and you can be hitting 260 and it still won't matter. because there's no boost. There's a cap into how many boost stacks you can get, which that's another reason I don't like this game that much in terms of like speed. Because this is why Sonic All Stars race. This is why Sonic All Stars Transformed is my favorite racing game, because that game has boost stacking. So it doesn't matter how long the boost lasts, because every boost lasts the same duration. However, every boost has a different speed level. So if I have level 6, if I have a level 6 boost, I will be going 10 times more faster than someone with level 2, right? Level 2 boost. So boost stacking in this game is terrible. That's why you can't feel like you're passing somebody with free boost, because of the boost cap, the speed cap. Don't get me wrong, I like festivals, but I do wish you would put world match. Let's have a festival mode on, because at certain points you unlock all the rewards and you don't feel like playing festival mode no more. Yep, exactly. Like you could make it. You could, if someone completes the festival mode, that could yo, that's actually a good idea. If someone completes the battle pass and then rank gets re-unlocked, is that not a bad idea? Is that not a bad idea? Let's say you complete the battle pass. Ranked gets re-unlocked. Then you just play ranked, and you still get rewards from that battle pass. Is that not a good idea? Is that not a good idea? Is that not a good idea? I don't know, you tell me. Right, positive. Even without voice lines, CrossWorlds are really good. Great, CrossWorlds are good. Joke from Persona. I still enjoy playing Joke from Persona and Werehog, because those are two characters I was hyped for most being in the game outside of SpongeBob. Although it kind of sucks they don't speak. Yeah, the effort that they did put to make the game in the game, it's really good. That's how the original cast. Characters, yep. Okay, victory themes based on where TV show they're from. Having festivals dedicated. Okay, yep. Okay, I guess. Yep. The fact that they put the effort in is very nice. Gadget system is the best to an extent, but yeah, pretty good. The vehicles are one of the best things about this game. The fact that you already play and customize any vehicle that you want. I don't know about customize, because you can't put handling wheels on a power car or a speed car. So like that's like the only nitpick I have, but it doesn't matter. Like the customization is very good nonetheless. Being able to listen to any music, while racing is perfect for you for this game. You really like the jukebox system. It could be better, but yeah. The fact that you're listening to what we have to say about the game and making changes to make it run better is a great step forward towards the future of the game. Hopefully so. Obviously, we have this right here, which is a step in the right direction. And obviously, they said we are actively working on matchmaking improvements. So that's good, right? Hopefully I won't have to make this video again. Hopefully I can make a video on what they're doing right? Like the listening. Like hopefully I can make a video on that. Besides some quotes from Shadow, Sega did a really good job on rival interactions and their personalities. That's true. Yep, I already said they should try and integrate that online, because eventually you're gonna forget that they're even there in the first place. Okay, and the fact that we're getting a bunch more content could potentially be a year 2 or year 3 go to DLC. Goes to show that Sega is putting their all into this game, and shows by how the reviews and the fact that the game sold 1 million copies in almost a month from its launch day. That's definitely true. Now, hopefully they keep the momentum going and they update. We get the missing features that we already have currently, right? Because currently we're missing a lot of features, like I said before. So hopefully they fill in the missing gaps. They hopefully fix online. They make rank reset. They add the CrossWorlds mode. Hopefully, probably not. We can all dream and stuff like that. So that was my thoughts on, and my list, and the community's thoughts too, on what we all think CrossWorlds is doing wrong right now. Like, no, not CrossWorlds is doing wrong, but what could help CrossWorlds in the going future. Like, what will bring CrossWorlds back is stuff we listed today, right? If they tackle most of these things and leave like the nitpicks out, sure, no one's gonna complain. But like right now, currently, it's a kind of an issue because it's slowly getting down. But so like they're obviously taking feedback into account and they're bringing it back up. So hopefully we get more news on that in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.